Hello everyone. I just want to do a little quick tutorial on how to make a loadout using Battlecats Ultimate to playtest any stage, any custom stage, no matter what it is. So I'm just going to quickly pull up a stage. So I click on stage info. Let's pull up the first Stories of Legend stage. And what you're going to want to do is when you get to the screen, you're going to click lineup. And if you haven't created any loadouts yet, all you're going to have is temporary. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click add down here to add in a loadout grouping. And then it'll be called set 1. It's called set 11 for me because I have a bunch of groupings already. But this is will be called set 1. You can change the name of the set down here under the copy button. Let's just name this something, this tutorial. That works. Did I spell that right? Yes, I did. You have to press enter in order to confirm a name change. And this side here is where your actual lineups will be stored. So I just call this lineup, and then I press enter. It's named lineup. You can use the temporary lineup box, but what the temporary lineup box is that when you close the application, all your lineups in the temporary lineup grouping get deleted. Hence the name, temporary. It's just for like quick testing for loadouts that you don't want to save. So just to quickly recap, you press add down here in the loadout groupings. You can name your loadout grouping here. And then once you created a loadout grouping, you have to click on it to select it. And then your lineups will go here. If you want to add a lineup, you just click the add button. You can name it something else. Just like that. And there you go. You have a lineup ready to, not technically ready to use. You can deploy into a stage with it, but you won't have any units to deploy. In order to add units, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click unit data. This will bring up a whole list of units. Every single unit in the game is at your disposal, including custom units if you have any custom units. If you don't want to see any custom units from any custom packs, you can click on the include custom button here, which will remove them. We go back to the top. We look at the side here, we have some sorting options. You can sort normal, special, rare, super rare, uber rare, and legend rare. If you want to sort by multiple categories, hold down control when you click. So for example, if I want to search rare and super rare, I click rare, then hold down control, and then click super rare. If I want to sort by red attacking enemies, I'll click red, and any unit that targets red will be selected. And if I want them to target red, floating, and black, what I have to do is hold down control after I've selected one trait, and then do floating, and then black. If I want to deselect all these traits, I hold down control again, and I left click black, floating, and red, which will deselect all the filters. And that goes for any filter on Battlecats Ultimate. Not just this menu, but any menu in the game. If I want to search for a unit that targets red or floating, not red and floating, click the OR operation, which will show units that target red or target floating. So for example, if I look at Skeleton Cat here, strong against red. If I scroll down a little bit, Octopus Cat, resistant to floating. So I'll just quickly deselect those. And I have to apologize. This trait menu here, like for strong resist, it's not organized very well, and you'll see a lot of Battlecats Ultimate exclusive abilities, sorry. And there's no way to hide those, so you'll have to search through to look for something you'd want. So let's say I want a red unit that's resistant to red. You just do that. Or let's say I want a massive damage unit that does massive damage towards black. Super easy. Super easy to use. So I think everyone gets it. I hope that explains it. So let's just create a quick basic loadout. Let's do Eraser Cat. And sometimes a unit you're looking for doesn't really have any defining traits other than like single attack, area attack, long range. So that's what this bar up here is for. So let's say I want Manic Eraser Cat. I just type in Manic Eraser, press enter, and he'll appear right here for me to click on him. Don't click on the icon, click on the ID, and then as you can see it gets added down in the bottom right corner. So I just drag him up here and he's added to the loadout. If you want to erase your search, clear the search bar and then press enter. So let's just add in a few more units. Doesn't matter who we add. Add any unit in the game. Literally every unit is at your disposal. And there you go. Now, these three lines down here, line 1 and line 2, or row 1 and row 2 as you may know them. Row 1 functions as row 1 in Battle Cats. You can put combos here, and the combos will activate in battle. Row 2 functions as row 2. You can put any units in here, combos will not activate from row 2. Now, row 3 is kind of like a garbage bin, sorting bin, something like that. So I can add in, let's just say 3 units. I just drag them up here. If I want to just like sort them real quick, I just put them down here, move them around, and then I can drag them up here. Or if I want to remove a unit from a lineup, I just drag them to the bottom, like this, and then I press the back button, which will clear them from the bottom row. Just one more thing. Some stages have a restriction. If you have a certain stage selected, like a Cats of the Cosmos stage, and let's say only uber rares are usable, you'd click usable only and would only show the units that are able to be used in that stage. So now that we have a basic lineup, we can press back. And then you can press back again. Make sure your lineup is selected. And what I could do, I could just click start. And there you go. All the units are available to be used, deployed, just like in Battle Cats. And I'll just throw in a quick tip here. If you want to speed up the game, press the period button on the keyboard. And to slow it down, press the comma button on your keyboard. As you can see, we are about to beat the stage. And just like that, we have beaten the stage. Perfect. Now, finally, I'll show you guys how to use the selection of the cat cannon, the treasures, and combo, like actual combos. So let's say I'd like a combo that's related to the cat base and increases the base health. What I would do is I would just click on any of these combos. So let's say I wanted the Life of the Party combo. I'd click on this cat, which would add them to the bottom row, and then I'd click on this cat, which would also add them to the bottom row, and I would just drag them up into my bar, and as you can see, it shows a combo here. Now, as you can also see, it only shows the units that you had previously selected in the combo bar. What you had to do to show all the combos again, just click this combo button here, and then it'll show every single combo again, as long as you click all, which is lovely. So now our base will get 20% extra health when we go into the game. Now, to select a different cannon, you only have to select the top here. The bottom two parts don't matter too much. I think in the latest version of Battle Cats they have like some niche effect, so I would suggest just matching the base and the board with whatever cannons you select. So if I wanted the freeze cannon, I know that's not what it's called, Thunderbolt cannon, I'd click 3 times on the arrow and then do that until it all matches. And then now you have the Thunderbolt cannon available for use in battle. And now, finally, we have this whole tech tree thing here. Now, for the average Battlecats Ultimate user, you won't need to bother with this at all unless you're like making a stage that's not balanced around endgame. So, for example, if I wanted to make an Empire of Cats themed stage, what I would do is I would just set this to 0%, set all of this to 0%, and just like that, this lineup now has no treasures activated whatsoever. And the construction here, you can also turn down the levels of your construction. So I could set the cat base level to 1. And if we quickly go into game, you'll see that has taken effect. As you can see, we make money much slower. Not slow enough because we didn't decrease some levels, but it's much slower than normal. We have a tiny wallet, you know. But yeah, that's a basic quick explanation. Oops. So we'll just reset that back. If you want to reset something to a default value, just type in some big number and then press enter. And then I'll just set it to the highest possible value. Oops. Perfect. Okay, and lastly, I should probably go over the next form button and the level orbs talent bar. So next form just switches it to a different unit typing. First form, second form, true form. And then up here you can set the level of the unit. So if I wanted Can Cat to be level 1, I would just set this to 1, press enter, and now he's level 1. Or let's say I want to set him to the highest level possible. I set this to 50, and I'll just enter whatever number in here. And then I'll set him to the maximum highest level. Her? Him? I don't know what gender Can Cat is. It'll set it to the highest possible level, that being 120. Works with any unit. So for example, Miku, his highest level is 130. Eraser Cat, by default, all normal cats by default are set to their max levels, and all units generally are set to level 50 except for some exceptions. Like I think Little Eraser and Chalkboard Eraser aren't set to level 50. Yeah, so some cats have different different default levels, but you just click up here and you change the level accordingly. Now actually using Little Eraser is perfect for what else I want to explain. So you can set traits up here like talents. So let's say I don't want Little Eraser to have Soul Strike because Soul Strike is bad and horrible and completely ruins the unit. I would change this number from a 1 to a 0. 0 means it's not activated at all. 1 means it's completely active because it's an enableable ability and doesn't scale. Now if the ability does scale, like for example resist to poison, I set this to 0 to disable it completely, or I can set this to any number in between to set it to a certain level of that trait. Usually you won't want to mess with the traits because most people create their packs with all units having almost all of their traits in mind. But for just a quick example, you wouldn't want Soul Strike on Little Eraser because that's awful. So, just a quick way to turn off the ability. Last two things, if you want to organize by price, the cheapest to most expensive unit, you click down price here, which will show the price of units instead of their levels, which will let you easily organize your units by price. And lastly, if you want to select a talent orb for your cat, we'll select a level / orb here. It'll bring you to this screen. And you can change the level in here as well. So let's say I wanted to give Little Eraser Cat a resistance against zombies. I'd select resistant, zombie, and then S. Or you can set it to whatever level orb you want, but if you're setting an orb, you will usually set it to S because you want the best ability. Now, I should say this, most pack creators do not balance their packs around units using orbs, so use them with caution. If you're just having fun, then you set whatever orbs you want to, but just as a precaution, most people don't balance around orbs. And let's say I get Yukimura. I probably butchered his name. I'll drag him up here real quick. If we open up his abilities, you can see that he also has massive damage. Since he has the massive damage ability, we can give him a massive damage orb. Now the trait that you can select here is only in accordance to what you can give to him in Battle Cats, which is black. So we set this to black, S. And now he'll have a massive damage black S orb. Perfect. So that's just a quick coverage of how to use the lineup feature in Battle Cats Ultimate. Just one more quick tip. The stars here define what star level the level's being played at. So if I want to play 4-star, I just click 4-star. It'll restrict all my units except for special and rare. And then 2-star and 3-star just increase the magnification. Rich enables a rich cat, and sniper enables sniper the cat. So if we quickly just click start, you see I have a rich cat and a sniper cat, and sniper cat will murder those guys right here. Perfect. And now we have one. Yes, Earth Shaker, obviously. But you get what I mean. So that's just a super quick way to organize your loadouts in Battle Cats Ultimate. I hope this video has helped you. If you have any questions, anything that didn't go answer in this video, please feel free to leave a comment in the description and I will try my best to help you. If you have any questions unrelated to the video but related to Battle Cats Ultimate as a whole, I will also answer those in the comments. So thank you so much for watching. Now that you know how to create a loadout, I hope you have lots of fun with Battle Cats Ultimate. It's a really good program. There's other tutorials on my YouTube channel, such as how to create a level or how to turn enemies into units. You can view those if you'd like as well for more help. And you can also join the Battle Cats Ultimate Discord. That is linked in the description below for any help that you may need. My own Discord server will also be linked in the description below. You can join that for any help and also meet some lovely, amazing folks. But that is all. Have a lovely day. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.